Max Lance 280. Bang. And that, just like that, Arceus is gone from the board. They have lost, and we got our third Melony. Great. If you just got a Ice Rider Calyrex League Battle deck, congratulations to you. It's the best pre-made deck the Pokemon Company has ever released, and right out the gate, it's already incredibly strong. But with a couple of incremental upgrades, you can make it even stronger, and I'm going to show you one way of upgrading the deck that is budget conscious. We're only making a handful of tweaks here that are pretty inexpensive, whether you're buying the cards IRL or you're playing PTCGO or PTCG Live even, and you'll make the deck even better, even stronger. I'm Jet from inthirdperson.com. Make sure to like and subscribe to this video, and let's get into the deck. So, as you know, Ice Rider Calyrex can hit incredibly hard with Max Lance for 10 damage, plus you can discard up to 2 energy, do 250 damage total. But what if I told you you could actually do 280? Yeah, that's right. With Choice Belt, you can add 30 more damage to hit Pokemon V for 280 damage, and this is the perfect number to one-hit KO any VSTAR in the game. Arceus, get out of here. Charizard, for whoever plays, I play Charizard, get out of here. Even Palkia, the almighty Palkia, you can one-hit KO Palkia and they can't one-hit KO you. And because of this card, Ice Rider is well positioned to be competitive in the meta, because you're always going to be in a spot where you can knock out 2 V-Stars before they can knock out 1 Ice Rider. So absolutely add a couple of these to your deck. If you've got the Ice Rider deck, consider a Crobat V. It is a card, when you put it on the board, you can draw up to 6 cards. I find this card to be incredibly useful, especially in the early game where you might brick, and being able to draw a couple extra cards so you can get bare minimum 1 Ice Rider, 1 energy, 1 Sobble. This card has saved me a lot of times. It can cost you games too, right? You'll cough up 2 prizes. Sometimes they'll boss it and you'll lose, or you'll just draw only the Crobat. I personally think the strengths outweigh the weaknesses here. Of course, we have our Shady Dealings line. I think I've changed the counts a little bit. I only went 1 Inteleon of each. The deck comes with 2. I don't think you need both in the deck. That's okay. In terms of items, we've still got the Capacious Buckets, Evolution Incense. I have added 2 Ultra Balls, which allow you to discard 2 cards and get any Pokemon you want, whether that's a basic Pokemon, an evolution Pokemon. It's more opportunities to discard energy to reattach with Melony. We also have Pal Pad in here, which allows you to put 2 supporter cards from your discard back into your deck, which allows us to run a wider spread of trainer cards that are a little thinner. Normally speaking, you would play a multiple copies of the same one, but with Pal Pad, you can kind of spread it out a little bit. And that allows us to squeeze some new cards in here, like Irida, which lets you get 1 water Pokemon and an item, and you can create some crazy combos with this. Like, for example, you can get a Drizzile and a Level Ball to get 2 Drizziles, or Ice Rider VMAX plus a Choice Belt. Like, there's a lot of ways that Irida can help you out. So we have 1 copy. You might actually want to bump that up a bit too. The only one we really have a lot of copies of is Melony, which we really want after Max Lance so that we can reattach energy and hit for Max Lance on consecutive turns. But then we've also got 1 Marnie, 1 Professor's Research, 1 Leon in here just to squeeze out an extra 30 damage, which can be really helpful against certain matchups against VMAX Pokemon or V-Stars wearing a charm. So with Ice Rider's Max Lance plus Belt plus Leon, you're hitting for 310. And at that point, you are knocking out even Arceus with a big charm, or knocking out Mew VMAX. And you could also consider Hawlucha in here. I personally don't like Hawlucha after having tried it out, because then you can't run Path to the Peak, and I find that Path to the Peak is more helpful in this deck than Hawlucha, of which we've got 2 copies of Path to the Peak. And then last but not, a couple of new ones in here as well. I can't remember if Raihan's in there. We'll talk about that as well. Roxanne's a big one though. You can use this only if your opponent has 3 prize cards remaining. And when you play this card, each player shuffles their hand into their deck. You get 6 cards, they only get 2. So even if you are behind, them only having 2 cards could give you enough time to come back, which is absolutely massive. We also got Raihan here, which I can't remember. As the time of this recording, the official deck isn't out yet. I don't have the deck list in front of me, but this allows you to reattach an energy from the discard after a Pokemon gets knocked out and grab a card of your choice. And last but not least, we've got 8 energy in here, which I think is a little less than what the deck comes with. You can go as low as 7. I'm running 8 here just to give us make it a little easier for us to get energy. All right, let's get to these matches. Okay, we got first turn, which is amazing for, oh God. Okay, so this is a classic hand for anyone that plays the Shady Dealings deck. And you get basically nothing. So what we're going to do is we're going to put Sobble down and we're going to play Path to the Peak and we will pass. This is bad, but not entirely the worst. We do have Level Ball in hand, so we can get a Drizzile, get a Professor's Research, hopefully start with a fresh hand of cards. I have a feeling with this being Eldegoss, we are up against a Duraludon deck, which is not necessarily the worst, if this is what I think it is. Eldegoss kind of saw... Yeah, okay. Yeah, there's the Arceus. Okay, so they do get the Choice Belt on. And what potentially saves this is that we can... they're going to get the KO here. We just got donked. Oh, wait. Okay. I thought we were going to lose if it wasn't... Okay, we're fine with that. We're fine with that. Whew. Ooh. All right, so what we're going to do is we will get Drizzile and we'll go into Professor's Research and hope that we get a much better hand than this. I know we're getting rid of a whole bunch of good supporters here, but desperate times call for desperate measures. Okay. We still have Path to the Peak out. We can get a... This is what we'll do. We'll get rid of the Ultra Ball and the Path to the Peak, which makes me kind of sad, and we'll get a second Sobble. And we wait. Path to the Peak is pretty handy here in that we stop Arceus from getting... What? Sandaconda? I have no idea what we're playing against right now. At the very least, we know that Path to the Peak is going to stop them from pulling off any sort of Starbirth shenanigans. And they couldn't. And a Flygon. Okay. Okay. Sure. How do we, I don't think we're going to get donked here. Although if they go up to, yeah, they're okay. Can we? I think we might have the donk right now. The Badonkadonk. We'll discard, go into Shadow Rider, and Melony. Oh, this is chef's kiss. Check this out. Assuming we did not, yes. Our Shady Dealings Inteleon is going to get us a Choice Belt. And do we have another Melony? No, we do not. Oh gosh, did we throw them both out? Okay. We threw out 2 out of 3. We're going to have to Pal Pad them back. Damn it. Okay, this is not as smooth as I would have hoped. But we'll make it work. We'll make it work. Okay, 2 Melonies. Back in. And actually, do we want to get a second Sobble down? Yeah, let's do that. Let's get a second Sobble. And we can chain that together. Max Lance 280. Bang. And that, just like that, Arceus is gone from the board. They have lost. And we got our third Melony. Great. They've lost their primary method of energy acceleration. And we got the win. GG's. So, admittedly, that was not the most compelling match. But this is why we add Choice Belts to the Ice Rider deck. Because you can just one-hit KO a VSTAR, and if you're one-hit KOing an Arceus, which is probably going to happen because Arceus is like one of the most popular decks in the game, you can just win. So absolutely keep that in mind when you are upgrading your Arceus deck. Choice Belt MVP. Okay, we won the coin flip. We love winning the coin flip as Ice Rider. We don't have a particularly good starting hand, though. So that's not ideal. We do really want to get a Sobble down. Huh. Okay. So there's a couple ways of going about this. We can go... I think we're going to Crobat here. And we get some extra cards. Worst case, we'll Ultra Ball again to get... Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. Okay. Let's put down a Sobble. And... Oh, geez. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I don't like what I just did at all. That was a terrible play. Well, we got rid of all our resources. I don't know what we're up against, though. I have never seen this card used at all. What? Heatran. Okay. And they're going to go straight to Heatran VMAX. We don't like seeing that. We do like seeing Drizzile, though. Drizzile the GOAT. And let's Professor's Research here. We need to reboot our entire hand. Just to give us some stuff. We do get some water energy here, which is great. And we can at least get the party started. We get Ice Rider V. And we're going to hold on to this Level Ball. And actually, we're going to scoop here. And yeah, we're gonna go in with double Drizzile into this next turn. So this Heatran is thankfully weak to water. And sure, they can go in Professor's Research. They've put themselves in a position. I don't know how you get the second fire energy on here, though. Unless there's some weird shenanigans with... Okay, what does this do? If you have... Your Pokemon have no weakness. Okay, so now I was going to blow this out for weakness, and now we cannot. So that's not good. But we have all our Drizziles in play, which is fantastic. And we can still hit for a pretty decent chunk of change. Let's go and get a Capacious Bucket. And throw down some more water. Let's go get another Drizzile. I probably didn't need to use the Level Ball for that. And let's get They can't knock. Okay, I don't. Oh shoot. Oh yeah, I don't need that. Yep, this is all part of the plan. It's all part of the plan. I meant for this. I meant for this. Yes. Now, yeah, we did it to get Melony here. That's what I meant to do. And we're going to actually put the Melony onto the Ice Rider in the active. Maxes out at 2 energy, but what this allows us to do is that when, yeah, are we going to ride? We can just ride to the High King at this point. And hold on to that energy. But in a world where we max Lance again, oh, okay. You may heal 50 damage from this Pokemon. I should have done the... Okay. I should have done the max Lance there, and they wouldn't have been able to heal enough. So lesson learned. Lesson learned. They end their turn. Do we get... It would have been nice if we had a... Oh, we do have a Tool Scrapper here. So we can do 250 damage, which is not enough. Is 270 going to be... Or, yeah, 270 going to be enough? Or 250 plus 70... That's 320. That's 10 damage short. Even if we knock out the big charm. So what we're going to do instead is we will boss up the other Heatran. And let's max Lance this one. And we've got the other max Lance ready to go. We have Tool Scrapper in hand. I don't know if this was a big mistake. They will get their 180, which is not ideal. And they are going to heal 50 damage. Shoot, we had game in hand. We had game in hand, and I screwed that up. So no one to blame but myself for that. We do get Boss, Drizzile. We do get a Melony here, which is great because we're going to need to get this Ice Rider going. Oh my goodness, they have fully healed. Oh no. Oh no. And they get the burn damage for 200. And we're going to continue burning. So this is not good. Quick shooting. Actually, is it worth bossing up the... Is it worth bossing up the Mesprit right now so we can get the one-hit KO on... I'm going to say not right this second. But it is something I will keep in mind as we proceed with this match. We will get the big 250. Not going to be quite enough. But at least we healed... Well, I mean, we're going to lose this... we're going to lose... this Ice Rider anyway. Oh, no. That's a really bad Marnie. We really needed that Inteleon. Oh, gosh. We do get a Raihan, though, and a Choice Belt. And... yeah, we get a Raihan, a Choice Belt, and the Ice Rider. So this is almost as good as it gets. Okay. So, what we're gonna do, and we get an extra water. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Okay. So that's gonna hit for 180. I'm trying to do the math here. 250, well, 280 here. If we do this, And 100. And yeah, I think we're going to actually burn that. And we will go Max Lance. Bang. And if they try... There we go. GG's. So, that was actually really handy, being able to Raihan and get the 4th energy on there. Because even in a world where they were able to get another Heatran down on the board, they were... I was able to get Inteleon from the Raihan. I could get Boss. I had all the energy plus the Choice Belt loaded up, and that was going to be a one-hit KO. So we pretty much had him in checkmate at that point. Even though I did screw up earlier in the game and I could have won it on like the 2nd turn, but we'll take that. We'll take that. One of the most notorious cases was the Bloodborne Kickstarter, where they put out the game. Oh, geez, this is not an ideal first hand. I think we're gonna get stuck with a really crappy... Crobatting for 1 extra card feels terrible here, but we have to do it. And I'm gonna put down a Path to the Peak just to slow them down. Yeah, the Bloodborne Kickstarter was kind of nuts in that they normally in board game development, you release a game comes out, you get some feedback from players, and then you make expansions. Oh gosh, this is not a good time to get Marnied. And then you make expansions as you go. And with the Kickstarter, because of how incentives work on Kickstarter, they ended up rushing all of the... Oh, I don't want to hit that Drizzile now, or Sobble. They ended up rushing all the expansions at once. So they just said, here are like 8 expansions you can get with your Kickstarter purchase. And none of them were particularly balanced. And so you ended up with just a lot of content that wasn't really well designed up front. And this is, I mean, if we can get a professor's research, get a Marnie, something, anything, we could make something happen here. But this is not looking great. They've got the professor's research, so they can start partying here. Uh-oh. Okay, looks like we are up against a Intelion Box deck. If this is what I think it is, they are going to use Frostmoth to accelerate a bunch of water Pokemon, and they're just going to gradually chip away at us until they pull out a Crabominable at the end to do a gajillion damage, and we're going to be sad. So, we need better cards because we're not necessarily ready for this. 2, we also really need Manaphy if they're going to run some spread damage on us. Because, yeah, yesterday I was playing against a version of this deck, and all they did was Greninja over and over again. And it was just doing 90 to 2 targets, but then they pulled out, there's the Greninja. They were able to chain it over and over again because they got Nessa and they just pulled the Greninja and all the energy, and then I lost, and it was bad. So even knocking out the Greninja is not good enough here. Ideally, we take out both of the Frostmoths, but having 2 Frostmoths is kind of a pain in the butt. And it does stink because this deck is specifically built to counter us. Okay, we get some stuff here. Ooh. I can take the KO now, or I can gamble and try and get better cards, period. Yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to do that. I hope we can get a better setup, because if I just went Ice Rider, we would be stuck. If we go Professor's Research, we could get... Okay, this is what I was looking for. Exactly what I was looking for. Now we have some outs. We've got Irida. We can put down a Manaphy so we can stop any sort of spread shenanigans, and we can get down a second Sobble. And we can... Ooh, do we want to start charging up the second... No. I'm going to actually put energy on the Drizzile, because we might need Shady Dealings Inteleon later to attack, just to skew the prize race. They get to draw a couple extra cards. That's unfortunate. So what's the most dangerous card on the board here? It's probably... see, I know Greninja's probably going to be their main attacker, but they're going to keep getting it back up. And they will keep attacking for 130 or for 90-90. Even Drizzile's not going to be enough. We would have to get the second Inteleon set up for the snipe damage to take that out in one go. Yeah, there's the Nessa play. I think for us, it's really about keeping Manaphy alive. Though we are one gust away from Manaphy getting blown out, and then we will be sad. Yeah, so what's the route? Do we take out the... Yeah, we're not going to be able to pick off both Frostmoths right now, which is unfortunate. They will only max 120, 240. Yeah, Choice Belt's not going to matter here as long as Manaphy's out. But let's see how they play it. Have they played a supporter yet? No. So they could probably just get boss here and make us sad. Man, this deck is so slow. But Shady Dealings is very good as a draw engine. Being able to pull any trainer cards you want has allowed for the creation of so many strong decks, including the one we're playing right now. And the one they're playing right now I'm pretty sure it only has one Crabominable V. So if you are of that mentality that I can't win because I don't have any Pokemon V, that's not true. You just need the right Pokemon that work in a cohesive strategy, and this strategy works, right? We might just get chipped to oblivion until they get one big hit at the end. Yeah, getting the second Frostmoth down is annoying, because Frostmoth is how they're able to keep serving up attackers after every turn. We still have both of our bosses in the deck. We got rid of our Pal Pad though. Oh, yeah, see, there's all their energy, which they're ramping up for the next attack. But do they have a way of getting this Frostmoth off the board is the million-dollar question. Yes, they do. Okay. Damn, they are set up very nicely. Do we have... I think we have to Marnie their hand. Sure, hit me for 90. That's fine. Because, yeah, we know they have the Nessa. We know they have all the energy in hand. And they know, okay, they're going to knock this Greninja out. I don't want to lose Irida. I don't want to lose Leon. I don't want to lose the Switch. So we'll just go straight into Drizzile. And hopefully we have Marnie in hand. Yes, we do. So let's make them get rid of all their cards. Whatever combo you had, get that trash out of here. And I don't necessarily like this hand of cards either. But we'll make this work. And we will ride the High King for 160 damage and hope that whatever they have here now is not as good as what they had before. Roxanne could also be very helpful in this match, so we're going to try and hold on to that too. Path to the Peak doesn't help us as much, but it might help us in that it stops them from getting energy. Oh, they are going to get a Drizzile. That part's unfortunate. Yeah, Manaphy is going to be the key to staying in this game. But generally speaking, I will say Ice Rider Calyrex does not fare particularly well against single prize decks. You kind of have this like shady dealings to like this Pokemon you want to fight sometimes, and sometimes you can get a cheeky KO, and that's great. However, against decks that can do incremental damage against Ice Rider, like coughing up 3 prizes is not a great look. You really are looking to uptrade on VSTARs where you're hitting 2 VSTARs in order to knock out. Yeah, you want to knock out 2 VSTARs and before you lose 1 Ice Rider. That's when Ice Rider is worth it. But if you're taking out 2 single prize Pokemon and they're knocking out your Ice Rider, that's a bad trade. Let's see, they have no real attackers on the board here. They will get like 20 damage off of this Inteleon, which I'm not too scared about. And yeah, maybe they put a second energy on there and they can hit for 70, sure. We may actually want to take a KO off of something like... Yeah, if we can use it to gust up a Frostmoth, that'd actually be amazing. Okay, yeah, they are going for this shady dealings, but yeah, I think the next play is to take out that pivot. And sure, they can hit for 120, and that's going to put us at risk here. That's actually a problem. But in the immediate term, we're going to go grab an Inteleon. And we're going to boss up that Frostmoth. Okay, so we will go Melony. And do we have another boss's orders? Yes, we do. We still have both of our boss in hand, which is fantastic. And we'll have the Actually, I should have gone Raihan. But that's okay. That's okay. We will retreat. We'll go into Inteleon, and we will boss up the Frostmoth. And we're not going to get the 20 snipe damage, but we will knock out their pivot. And we do get a scoop up net. I don't know if that matters right this second. So neither of these Pokemon can knock each other out, which is fine. I would love to get some water energy in the discard, though. What is the best way to do that? Oh, they do have a Starmie, a Pocket Starmie, which is actually great for us. We will be looking to snipe that at some point. And they're going to keep trying to get chip damage off on that Ice Rider. Ooh. That sucks. That sucks. Now we're in a a rough spot unless we can top deck like a boss's orders or something. We're gonna lose our Ice Rider here, and we're not gonna do enough damage back. Okay, we do get water. And do we... I can Melony here, which would be great, but I really want to boss the... boss this Starmie up. I don't think we're going to have the opportunity to do that, though. So let's go and get this Ice Rider going. And we do get an Irida, which is nice. That could be very helpful. If I put the energy on, then that Starmie can do 200. Neither of these are going to knock. Do we just get the Ice Rider ready, knowing that they could Melony to start? Okay, we're going for it. And there's energy. We're going to keep that one in the discard, actually. Just in case we have the opportunity to Raihan later. Okay, so there is the possibility we can win this. And the way we have to do this is if we can knock out this Inteleon, they're setting up for the Crabominable now. They need to get some chip damage onto Calyrex, Ice Rider, use the Frostmoth to accelerate it, and then bomb. So that's what they're playing for right now. And they actually could score the knock here. That would be bad. Okay. Actually, do we want a Marnie here? Or do we keep our current hand, knowing that we do have... We could have game. Oh, this is scary hours here. I know they have their checkmate in their hand right now. I don't want them to do that, though. But I also have my checkmate, so... I think 16 cards. If we boss up the Frostmoth. Oh, actually, yeah. Let's do this. Let's do this. Okay. How about we play it like this? Yes. We get boss's orders. And we boss Frostmoth up. And then we don't get any snipe damage here. Now they can't accelerate the Crabominable. They will get the KO on Inteleon. And they will set up another Snom. But... they're still in this. This is not a guaranteed play here. 2. Do we put Crobat out, actually? Because, yeah, Crobat won't get one-hit KO'd. We're going to be down on prizes if... Okay, risking it. If we can top deck a Drizzile, we win. If we can get a Level Ball, we win. Oh, I think we've used all our Level Balls. Damn it. And Unicorn, welcome. How you doing today? Sorry if I'm a little slow to respond. This match has gotten very tense, and I am struggling to find the solution here. Manaphy has been MVP. They are going to hit for 120. We got game. We got game. Thank goodness. So this is the play. We're going to get rid of Irida and Sobble. And... oh, wait. No, we don't. No, we don't. Oh, shoot. Okay. Oh, Meg, you got the shiny. Okay, we'll give you a name in a second. Oh, God. Uh-oh. Okay, hold on. We're in the middle of a I will do the thing, I promise. Right now, it's real scary hours, and I need to finish this. Hold on. Okay, so we can attach an energy. Actually, hold on. We can do this. Inteleon into... I don't have Boss. I do have Melony. I don't... what is the play here? Is it Roxanne? Is it Roxanne? Is it energy? Okay, we're going with this. Okay. Let's chip away at Snom here. And we will use quick shooting Inteleon, or yeah, waterfall to hit. And please, boss? No, it's there's the Drizzile, but we don't have the boss anyway. Well, we might have the boss. Okay, so if they can still boss for game. That's still very much something they could do. Valhalla, welcome. How you doing today? Okay, they are playing Nessa, so they're going to get a whole bunch of energy here. And a Frostmoth. Yeah, the rest of this video is going to have me in a onesie. Okay, I'm going to need a... Let's see where this match ends. I don't think they win right now. I could be wrong, but I think we've got game in hand. You finally got your new PC, so you're happy. Congratulations, homie. That's amazing to hear. We love a new PC out here. Whew. This match is taking forever. I think they do get boss, but they already played Nessa, so they're kind of screwed here. I don't know if they know that, but they are screwed. If they play like Escape Rope or something, maybe they can get the KO on Sobble. I'll do that, but right now... Okay, they're going for the Genesis, not the Genesis. I keep calling them Genesis. Greninja play. And Valhalla says, watching you play this is going to make me want to download it again. Used to love playing TCG. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's me right now. For the last year, I've been playing this game like every day. Concealed cards. Okay. I think we got it. Manaphy has saved us in this game. Not being able to land incremental chip damage on the bench has been huge. Being able to absorb the hit with Crobat and not lose was huge. And yeah, they can pivot and do their 90, and it's not gonna matter. Yeah, we've got it. Oh my goodness. perfect game to relax. I don't know if I'd say I get pretty tight playing Pokemon. Okay, let's finish this off. And we're going to quick shooting Greninja. We will retreat into Ice Rider, and we're going to empty the clip. Max Lance, 250 damage. Jeez. Oh my goodness. Went on a marathon session, but got the dub. So that was quite stressful, but we got the job done. Again, Inteleon, well, Ice Rider generally doesn't deal well with single prize decks, but Manaphy helped us out there a lot. Being able to use both Shady Dealings Inteleon and Quick Shooting Inteleon. Shady Dealings Inteleon getting a couple of knocks for us. Even Quick Shooting Inteleon getting in some attacking in there helped to slow the pace of the game down so that we weren't making our Ice Rider vulnerable. Manaphy helped us out there by protecting the bench from the Greninja spread. That was really tight, and we still made it work. I'm really proud of that match, and it does show that if you're able to, you know, this doesn't necessarily just have to be about Ice Rider donking big V and VSTAR Pokemon over and over again. If you're able to work your support Pokemon in different ways, that can help you out as well. And I think that's a good thing to note for whatever deck you're playing against. Like, yes, most decks have a primary attacker, but there can be value in having different attackers, single prize attackers. You just have to be mindful of how they incorporate into your overall game plan and being able to shift between the two as you can. So, you know, GG's to my opponent, and yeah, we'll keep this going.